Hey guys, Didi Sanchez here, Scrappy Gamer GDS, and I'm just doing a quick video share. I have purchased some more Stampin' Up to fill out my collection and to have more options as a demonstrator. So I know I did a video haul not so long ago where I had gotten 2 nice full boxes of all my stamps from the newest catalog, and my colors and my inks. I haven't really done any videos yet to do anything with them. I've been trying to reorganize, and so this was another order that I made after I analyzed what I presently owned, and mostly that has to do with punches. I have quite a different number of brands, and I was feeling like just grabbing something that I did here to show you. I was feeling like I wasn't sure what I had, what I needed, what was effective, and so I sat one day and I took out all of the punches that I could find. I think I couldn't find like 2 or 3 of them, so they're somewhere in a scrapbooking bag that I went to, you know, do a crop with or something. Anyway, so I was trying to figure out, I have everything in bins because I don't have wall space to hang them on those cute little towel racks. So I was just taking scraps of cardstock that I wouldn't normally use, and I was trying to figure out what shapes I had. I think I kind of did this backwards in that I was trying to use the space of the cardstock in order to write down what I had. So I have things like recollections, and so I use this really super thick, I don't know where I got this cardstock from, and the recollections could hardly punch it out, but I had the size of it, so I knew that I could cut it. So I had recollection stamps. I have a lot of EK Success stamps and whatnot, so I was stamping out the different holes and shapes and sizes and the circles that I had. And then I have some Marvy stamps. I think I actually have a Marvy and a Recollections, and they happen to be the same size. So you know how it goes when we buy the same thing over and over and over again. Then I had some Stampin' Up. So all I did was basically punch the hole out and write down what it was from. I had some Martha Stewart punch around the page, which in a video from my series It's New to Me, you'll see that this guy died. And then I had some Fiskars punch anywhere, but they didn't work through this cardstock. And then also you can't keep the piece that's punched out because it creates these holes. So really it's almost like a window to make a punch. And then some Stampin' Up. So as you can see, I was making the shapes, labeling them, and seeing what they were. And then I have Recollections, a flower that does embossing and stamping. And then I think what I did here for this one, which is the EK Success, a layering punch, it does 3 different options for the butterfly. It's very cute. I also have one that does like scallops, borders and circles and hearts. So I actually took the item that was punched and laid them out so I would see all the different ones. And I think that's where I went wrong. I should do that for all of these. I shouldn't be having the negative space. Oh, and I have the tag topper scallop one from Stampin' Up. I should be doing something better because I can't have all my stamps on display. And I also need to know what I have because I'm buying things over and over, or not buying things because I think I have it. So if you have a way that you organize your stamps, visuals, without having all the stamps on display, I would love to know so in the comments, because I'm lacking that organization. And what I did here was I also punched out the, I printed out all the Stampin' Up stamps from the website, and I pretty much compared them to stamps that I already have, punches, sorry I keep saying stamps, punches, to see what I was lacking. So all the check marks are Stampin' Up ones that I actually have, and then I have some that are kind of close, like for example, you know, all those circles. I don't have the 1 3/4, but I do have a 1 1/2 circle. So do I need the 1 3/4? You know, should I spend my money other, you know, someplace that's a little more cost effective? Again, you know, I'll learn as I go, but I have to figure out a better way. So like the decorative label punch and the curly label punch, I happen to have EK Success's punch, which look like labels, which are these that I already had. And this guy looks really close to the decorative label punch, and this one looks somewhat close to the curly label punch. So I'm kind of on the fence, like I can get away with these, and reference the punches from Stampin' Up. They're a similar style with the flat locking mechanism. So you know, that's what I'm doing right now. But there were some punches that I really wanted to get that I didn't have at all. So I would love any suggestions, like I said, on how to organize this better, so I can quickly see what I have. And I don't think this was going to work either, because I have most of these, I don't have most of these, and they don't show me what I don't have. Okay, so back to the box. So it's open. My cry for help has been sent out. Here's my packaging slip. And here are some of the punches that I thought I needed to get. So what I didn't have was the itty bitty butterfly, which is this guy here. I have the elegant butterfly, and I really find that I'm liking doing butterflies on my projects, on my cards, and probably will incorporate some into the scrapbooking pages as well. I was in AC Moore, and I got a Darice, maybe D-R-I-C, embossing folder, which had some butterflies, and I figured I can use that in combination with the punches on a project, and it'd be really cute. So the itty bitty butterfly I didn't have. I also did not have the ovals. I had no ovals at all. So I got the large oval, and that is basically, what is it? 1 3/4 by 7/8 of an inch, and has the measurement on the edge over here in the image. So again, locks. Like I said, very similar design to EK Success with their flat locking mechanism. So I needed an oval, and I'm realizing that I did not get a scallop oval, so that may be another order coming along to do any kind of layering. So little by little, I'm getting the supplies that I need. So I will need a scallop one that will offset this, and so that's another one. Let me take the rest of this stuff out and get rid of the box, because it's bothering me having to go into the box like that. Okay, sorry. Coming down with a little bit of sniffles. And just looking for a pencil, which I don't have. Okay. I also bought the newest set of itty bitty punches, because I do have the first one. Itty bitty punches, and these are called the itty bitty accents. And I'm also going to check out whether or not, because I have some stars, a star punch, and I also have a heart punch that is similar to this. So I wanted to check and see if they're exact. That would be interesting to see. But I got these three. Namely, there's a couple of stamp sets that have these images within them, that if you wanted to stamp them and then punch them out, you really need these guys. Maybe the star punch and the heart punch that I had before would work on them. Maybe with a little extra border, maybe cutting into the image, I'm not sure. But this tiny little flower one is unique, so I really needed to, you know, I had to get them. So those are some of the other ones I got. I wound up getting a few more stamp sets that I just felt I had to have, right? You just have to have things. So the Feel Goods, I thought I had ordered these. I love these big chunky, bold, sorry, just tired today. As a teacher, I have parent teachers coming up this weekend. My mind's a little everywhere. But these chunky sentiments, that's the word. I really like them, and I feel like the more sentiments we have, the better options we have. So I wanted to get this one. I missed it the last time. And then I went into the bundle section of Stampin' Up's website, and I was looking at a few things. Now, I happen to have a whole stack of stamps from other manufacturers before I hooked on to Stampin' Up. And most of them are photopolymer, and I know that we sell photopolymer. It is good quality. What I found I had was a ticket. It looked like the tickets, these things, these guys here. That I had a whole bunch, a whole stamp set that looked like it. And I think they might be bigger than this one. I was trying to see if I saw it, just to do a little quick comparison. Let me do that here. And so this came bundled. Did it come bundled? No, it didn't come bundled. This came with the reference to the page of where the punch would be. So I decided to take the splurge, even though I don't get to save the 15%, I believe it is, when you buy a bundle. You get 15% usually of savings. I'm talking off to the side. Hopefully I'm loud enough and I won't have to voice over this once I check back the playback. It's not in here. Okay, so sorry. Here it goes. So this is a set that I had from Stampology, right? Stampology, and it probably will fit and could coordinate nicely with this. So since we saw this, I had their set, I figured I had to get Stampin' Up set. Gotta stay true, right? So that's another way I was trying to organize those stamps, and I'm not really having success with. So I did this. It wasn't a bundle, like I said, but I bought each of them because they do coordinate. And so I have that now to my stock. And then I bought the another set that was not a bundle, but it was the Just Saying with the word bubbles and stuff, and the framelit dies. So I wanted to get the coordinating dies for this. I kind of was saying, do I really need these? But they're cute, and said why not? Because given the size of all of these, we could easily stamp any sentiment that you want and then place the framelit over them to add to our card. And I've already seen quite a couple of cute cards out there on YouTube land from several other Stampin' Up demonstrators who have used this set, and it's really inspiring. So we're gonna copy and paste everything. So here's my framelits for the big shot. Okay, I'll fix that later. And then the bundle that I did get, that has been out for a while, but at first I didn't like it. I wasn't too keen on it, but then as I went to a class to check it out, someone was using the Chalk Talk, and I really liked the way that it stamped and looked. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it when it was in the catalog, and I hadn't seen many people using it online, but I got to actually use it myself because I'm not an expert, and I will go out and attend classes and better myself so that when I start doing my classes, I have set it up the way that I want and the way that I feel is most beneficial. So again, these are awesome because you can stamp sentiments, and you can also use these to cut them out and add them to your cards as layerings and stuff. So I really had to get this. And then I noticed that the Day of Celebration, which had the same shape, coordinated well. So I bought this stamp set as well. I like this for its clarity, and I like this for its grungy chalkboardy look. And I feel like I could use this when I'm making my favors for parties and stuff, because I always give a little treat or whatever. And so I have 2 sets that coordinate with the framelits, which is awesome. So this is my little haul, and it's going to add to my collection, hopefully add to my skill set, and make me a better demonstrator, right? That's what we say to justify our purchases. No, I'm kidding. I do want to know my craft. I do want to know my products, so I want to make sure that I'm playing with everything that I can. I've been focusing on the stuff that I bought on eBay, which were old sets, old stamping sets that are retired. But again, my series is called It's New to Me. I've done 3 different projects with those stamp sets. And so I will continue to do that in the near future. But I hope to also be bringing new products, new projects using more current products to the table. And I appreciate you guys coming by and visiting. And again, if anybody has any kind of storage method for this, or reference, how would you set this up? I think I need to go in this direction, but if there's another way that you guys have found that you're referencing your punches, especially if you have non-Stampin' Up and you really want to see the scope of what you have, then please tell me what you are doing, because I would love to have a great alternative. Also, I pulled up that thing. Let me just show you. I have a lot of stamp sets that I got. AC Moore, Michaels. I took everything out the bags. I wasn't big on who they're by, you know, so I wasn't too concerned about that. And now that I'm in YouTube's, I don't really reference anything outside of Stampin' Up, but I decided to attach them to some 120 cardstock, and then I can pull them off, pull this off, and then pull it off. The only bad thing is that I'm looking at all the images in reverse, and I glued this down with some glue glider tape. And so if anybody has a better way to do this, I don't know if I would be able to do it because they're kind of stuck there, but this was how I was trying to manage my stamps. I didn't want something that I was sliding in and out, so I wanted to be able to access and then stamp them back down. Only thing is that they start to become less sticky. I might have an issue. So that's my haul, guys. Thank you so much for coming by and for visiting my channel. And if you have any comments, want to see anything in particular, that would be great. Paper Pumpkin for November is going to be coming around the corner, so if you want to get in on that, check out the videos of Paper Pumpkin. You can look at mine. I have a playlist. You can just Google it, you know, and YouTube it, and you will see many fabulous demonstrators out there who are showing you what Paper Pumpkin is about. And again, if you're local to Queens, specifically Glendale or just New York, and want to order it, you can go through the website and select me as your demonstrator. And once I have enough members, which are slowly growing, we'll do a club and do a Paper Pumpkin get-together where we crack it open, share it out, be creative, think outside the box. So a lot of good stuff out here. Hopefully you'll visit some of my playlists, and hopefully you've liked what you've seen today. And thank you so much again for visiting, and remember that crafting is not a spectator sport. We got to get our hands dirty. We didn't craft today, but there's always tomorrow. So until then, bye.